Everybody, it's your host, the Sports Moose. Thank you so much for joining me. Or if you're watching this later on, thank you for giving us a watch. Again, it's your host, the Sports Moose with the Sports Heap. Sports are hurting out there. Not too many sports out there. So we decided to do a little bit of a different format. A little bit of quarantine downtime, giving us the opportunity to play some games and maybe stream some out there while we talk about sports. So we'll talk about a few of the points over here, I guess to your right. Big topics while we stream a little bit of Forza Horizon 4 tonight. Lots of jersey news out there. The big omission right now to the list there, of course, the Patriots. Patriots have been very hush-hush about their upcoming jersey release. Really no clues or hints to what's out there in true New England fashion, other than the Julian Edelman, I don't know if it was photoshopped or maybe they were teasing us, him with the old Curtis Martin, Drew Bledsoe style jerseys with the Patriot Elvis, as they call it, on the shoulder pads. That's really the only hints of or teases that there's been for New England. Of course, we'll talk about the Bucks, which we'll get to in depth in our next episode of the Bucking Hangover, one of our shows of the Sports Heap network of shows. Falcons dropping some duds. Colts dropping some pretty classy updates today. Talk about the Rams logo a little bit. And then, of course, the last two, Browns-Chargers, some of the rumors and what we've been hearing. Totally off the... I don't even know how to describe it. Pretty crazy idea for the MLB season to get going and what that may look like. We'll talk about that a little bit. And then, of course, latest news of NHL playoffs, what that may look like, and our thoughts, or my thoughts on that, of course, with me being your host of Sports Moose. Above us, you'll see scrolling topics, or scrolling reminders, I should say, about all our shows. You can find us streaming on your favorite podcasting platforms. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio. All our shows are archived there. You can also find us on YouTube if you like watching Emrod and me live, I guess, or our pre-recorded videos. You'll find the same audio and us in studio, or I guess in each other's man caves, each respective man caves. On YouTube, just look for our channel, The Sports Heap, where you'll find this video as well as we start pre-recording different videos. Episode 1, kind of a preview episode, playing a quick one-player game of Risk. I think it was like the World War I scenario. Ended up winning, which was nice. I think the computer was set on easy, so we might step that up next time we get on Risk. Probably the next time we do Risk later this week, we'll play online against real humans who are very often much better than me. So you'll get to critique my mistakes on Risk. But on the docket today, of course, right out of the box, being able to snag it for a low price of $29.99, it's Forza Horizon 4. Forza being one of my favorite franchises to ever grace Xbox, and even more so with the introduction, I don't even know when Forza Horizon 1 came out, man. That had to be, don't quote me, 2012, maybe 2010. Absolutely remember playing the crap out of that game. Yeah, was that Xbox One, right? It wasn't an OG Xbox. And then, of course, when Forza Horizon 2, it even got better. And again, I still play that game. I have it, I think, saved on my Xbox One. I still pop that in, uh, driving around the Italian and French landscape. Didn't get to play 3. Saw tons of videos and a couple playthroughs through some of the gamers I follow online. It looked a lot of fun. The Hot Wheels setup looked absolutely insane. But I'm really excited for Forza Horizon 4. Took 2 years to finally snag it, so I'm sure Forza Horizon 5 is somewhere around the corner. But nevertheless, it's never too late to get going. So in true Moose fashion, of course, we got our throwback Mike Allstott jerseys, which kind of look like the new Bucks jerseys, but we'll get into that later. And the only drinking while driving we can promote, drinking while gaming, straight out of the Notre Dame pint glass. So let's get rocking and rolling. Hope you're having a great Monday night. Big shout out to my essential workers out there. If you're out there and you're essential, you're not alone. Recovering from a pretty tough Monday over here. And even if you're not essential, hope you're enjoying your quarantine, watching my videos. Definitely enjoy having you guys watching. So we're getting ready to switch over to the big screen. Let's get the game going. I've got like a network of 3 screens now. We've expanded big time here in the Sports Heap Man Cave. And it looks like we got it ready to roll. I'm gonna have it on mute really quick, just so we don't violate any of the the fun YouTube rules, of course, as it boots up. And then we'll switch over to the big screen. I know we've had a few questions of what I do. I'm actually a administrator in healthcare, so I do a lot of the operations for getting our stuff off the ground, essentially. And part of that, this last month, it seems that all these weeks are running together, was getting a drive-through testing operation off the ground. And of course, my health clinic really works with the indigent population, those who don't have health insurance. So it's really been cool to see that get off the ground, and now expanding into some of those hard to reach areas in where I live. Looks like the game is up. Let me lower the music so I can yep, my controller turned off. I should have that on. We get to options, we'll turn down audio. Let's turn down the radio. I think it was the radio volume that needed to come down. And I'll leave it at a 2. Master game is good. Voiceover is good. All right. Let's save and continue. I think we're ready to go. Let's switch over to the big screen. And you'll see me in the upper left-hand corner. There we go. Game's ready to go. It's looking good. See, one of the great things about Forza Horizon 4, it's part of the, I guess, Game Anywhere for Xbox. Which I think when the Project X comes out, right? The Xbox One, I think I don't even know what the next Xbox is called. It comes out in November, barring any production delays, of course, right? With everything being made overseas and the situation we're in. You can play it anywhere on your tablets, on your phones, I think. Though I would find that kind of hard with this, how to play with that. But able to play it straight off your computer, so I have some pretty good operating power and some power behind it here. So able to stream 1080, 60 frames per second. Not quite 4K, because I don't even think I have a 4K TV, or I wouldn't even be able to tell. It looks like we're going. So I still have it on mute just to avoid any issues with music. Let's see if we can switch it on. Let's switch it over. So we can listen to the noises Beautiful. Beautiful sounds. The question is, would anyone ever really do that with an R8? Go camping? Didn't even know they sold such things. Look like a travel tab for an Audi R8. Looks like we're in a McLaren to start. It's autumn. I love the dynamic seasons. Here we go. Oh, no. And that was anticlimactic. All right. I've clicked on the right screen now. Let's get going, guys. Come on. Here we go. Ooh. See, I love the format, right? They always give you the sweetest car to begin. Coming up on a Ferrari and an Aston. Oh, watch out. So they feel so great, and then kind of like in Forza Horizon 1, start out with what was it, a VW Corrado? I don't even remember what you started at in 2. I think you had a choice between 6 cars. I can't even tell you. I bet you it was a Honda S2000. Hey, watch out. I think it was a Honda S2000 maybe was one of your first choices in 2. And of course didn't play 3, so don't quite remember. Oh, watch out, sheep. Got trucks coming out of nowhere. Busting through walls. I don't know what that guy's trying to do. I'm gonna have to take these arrows off. I don't like having to cheat arrows on. Coming uphill, taking that nicely. Feeling good. Oh, gotta remember I think this is in England, right? Right, yes. It is now winter. I knew about the dynamic seasons. Didn't know this happened so quickly. Not sure how sports car is gonna do in the winter. Do we get a different... Get a truck? A Rockstar energy drink truck? Alright. Guess we're in a truck now in the snow. This does not feel... oh, sorry. Here we go, here we go, here we go. This feels much different. I'm pretty excited about the off-roading capabilities here. I've always wanted to do some off-roading in real life. This might be the closest I get to it. Come on! Make that turn! Oh, I missed that checkpoint, didn't I? No! I'm using the cheat rewind. I'm sorry. I usually don't. Forgive me. Let's see if I can get this. Let's nick that. Okay. Sorry. Promise you that's not a regular occurrence. I think I was distracted there. I was talking about the off-roading God, just destroyed some walls. The off-roading capabilities in this game. I think I was just... What's this guy doing? I was distracted by a Lexus LX470, which I think is a Toyota in this game. So maybe the closest that we can get to a Land Cruiser. Always kind of love Land Cruisers. Oh, I almost lost it there. Ah, come on. We're getting close. Come on. Oh, we got him. Straight on in. We got this one. Cue the laser light show for us. Alright, we got this. No one. There we go. That's right. Big jump, big air. Spring? Okay, now it's spring. So I guess we're in dirt? Oh no. Oh, this is... I'm not good at this. Motorcycle? Oh no, I'm in the...
Alright guys, this'll be easy. Just
sort of
break me for
focus?
checkpoints and let's go.
I don't know if that's a... I can't tell. This thing's got some monster horsepower though. 5th place on motorcycles. Oh, that's gonna slow me down.
Did we just lose yellow?
Guess we're using radios. People jumping all over the place. Got rain and mud.
Coming up on the quarry.
Oh, this is... Glad I'm recording this. This is a lot of fun. Still in 5th. Maybe the... Uh-oh. No, this is where I die. Oh, okay. I lived. Lost it there. I lost my back end. Come on. See, I hate the cheating arrows. It's helping me cheat. Normally there, I probably would have flown off that corner. Got some air. Guess we're going into the river.
Red's down! Red's down!
Whatever this is, though, is an absolute beast of a machine. Some sort of focus.
Looks like I'm the only one left.
No! You got me. And now summer.
This is it. We are kicking off the summer season with the greatest race of all time.
Guess a BMW or what am I in? Got a great race. Back in the McLaren. Here we go. Got a hover. Some sort of hovercraft. Jets, signs for goats. Oh, this game's going to be wonderful. Nothing like holding 180 miles an hour. Oh, that's you cheating. Arrows just saved me there. Whoa. Bugatti. Got the truck cutting through. There's the Aston. Oh, that's gonna be certain death for me. Yep. See you later. Oh man. That was. I lost it. Lost the edge there. It's so picturesque. We'll talk sports as soon as we get to the end of this here. I always love the beginning, the epic beginning to this game. Yeah, we're getting to the festival now. There we go. Get in. Alright, we made it. That's a pretty great start to the game. I'm pretty pumped about that. Can't wait for all the violations for copyright, so I might have to bring the volume down a little on the desktop audio. So I'm going to keep the radio down. I might have to turn it down a little bit more, but anyway, let's talk jerseys. Of course, the big reveal last week, and we haven't been able to get our episode of the Bucking Hangover on. Oh, looks like we're picking a character. Let me click up over here so I can actually do that. They don't have any overweight Hispanic looking guys, so I'm gonna have to go with the closest thing, I guess. Oh, absolutely nothing. I guess it's this guy. I guess that's the closest, right? Definitely not that guy. I guess. Yeah, we're gonna go with this guy. Kind of like his hair, like his style. He's got the Welcome to the Horizon Festival shirt. Going to that guy. Ah, okay. Guess we can change our character up, starting with that guy.
Hey, nice to meet you. I'm Kira, director of the festival. Looks like you've made a good impression with our talent scouts.
This one might have a real chance of taking a spot on the roster.
Looks like Kira is back. I think Kira was from the Australian game.
Excited? I remember my first day at Horizon. It's all pretty
Anyway,
surreal.
back to the Bucks jerseys. Absolutely love them, of course. You may or may not be able to tell a difference if you're looking up My throwback Mike Allstott jersey, I guess, is now a current Mike Allstott jersey, even though he's retired. Ooh, we've got a tough choice here. Don't know what to do here in the choice. Focus RS, which I've always wanted, but comes only in a manual. Yes, I know. Learn how to drive a stick. Ain't no one got time for that, especially in this traffic here. TTS Coupe. Do we go with the Charger? Every bone in my body's telling me Charger. But they're big and heavy and can't move. I can go maybe the TTS. That'll be pretty nimble. Pretty quick. The RS, just an absolute beast. Machine, super quick. I don't know what to do. Get the Charger later in the game, I guess. I love classic cars. Alright, we're going Audi, just because I used to have a silver Audi
Exactly my choice as well. We'll talk
for
more
my
about that
car
later,
that I have
but right
now.
we need to
Much
get
less exciting Volkswagen. That's okay. So we're in. Oh, we gotta get in the car, press A. I'm in. Looks like we now...
All right, let's get you set up with a personalized number plate.
Oh, we
Go
know
on,
what this is gonna
please.
say. I can have my own plate here. We all know what this is saying. Multiple O's. Oh, wait, I missed the O. Man, I was not paying attention. There you go. Let's get some different colors on here. Some tags. I don't know. I guess we'll go green. Green's good. All right, we got our tag Moose. And here we go.
I expect you'll want to get a feel for your new car. So I've signed you up to some events to get you started.
All
See you
right.
there.
A couple races. Looks like the mechanism works the same way. Let's get some driving. Let's go out here to this sprint. So we're just going to do a little bit of driving. Get a feel for this car. Guess we're going this way. Feels... Ooh. Feels nice and tight. I like the turning. Is not as fast as I had hoped. I'm gonna have to say that. Do like the oh jeez. Yeah, this is not a McLaren for sure. Yep, gotta make those adjustments. Do love the popping of the exhaust. Oh man. I get some sticky tires on this thing. Oh my gosh.
200 yards. Turn right.
Well, I have a feeling this race is
Turn right.
gonna have an interesting outcome. Maybe I do need the cheating arrows. Oh, I changed the view. Oh, that's... That is all real world. Love it.
In 400 yards. Turn left.
Alright. I was trying to do... Where's... Oh, there we go. There we go. That's what we want. Get some... Oh, no. Wreckage. Get some... trying to get some points there.
Turn left.
Looks like Wade plays this game.
In 200 yards.
He had like 72,000 point. I'm gonna have to let him know. Buddy Wade, Really Wade Gaming. I think he's big into Fortnite these days. Or Apex, I forget. Alright, we made it! Stop it!
Destination.
Ah, these brakes are so bad. All right, so really bad at getting distracted. Bucks jerseys, great. Look like the old school jerseys. Love that they updated the
Welcome
word
to the
marking.
Horizon Road Racing Series. Perform here and you'll be invited to more events. Perform there, and someday, who knows? I might even find space for you on the roster.
All right, I guess we have to win, per what this lady just said. Anyway, before we get going, because I am the worst at talking while driving. Go. What? Oh, we didn't even get a countdown here? Anyway, let's talk a little bit about jerseys. Let's go back to me, to Moose main screen. Bucks jersey, absolutely loved it. Of course, going back to the Super Bowl era type jerseys, see them right here. Very similar, I think a little bit thinner on the black collar, updated word mark, just black, no white backing. Brought back the orange outlines. If you remember from when we signed Tom Brady in that episode of the Bucking Hangover, lots of people were saying there wasn't going to be any orange at all, no orange outlines on the numbers. That proved to be a lie, and we have numbers that look very much like this. Of course, we'll go over that in detail in the next episode of the Bucking Hangover, which should be coming out this week. We had actually recorded it last week. New configuration of the computer, ended up cutting out all of Emrod's audio. So it's basically just me talking to myself if we would have uploaded the video. It's pretty terrible. And I know we both got busy during the week, so promise you this week, new episode of the Bucking Hangover, our Bucks reaction show. As we talk jerseys, we talk Tom Brady, and we talk free agency. Bigger news was the drop of the all pewter jersey. Absolutely in love. And I think because of the supply issues with what's going on with coronavirus, Chris Godwin, no offense to you, Godwin, great receiver, but I'm just not feeling him to buy a pewter jersey. So I can't buy my pewter jersey yet. I'll only have the Chris Godwins. Once they release maybe a Mike Evans, I think I'd go Evans or Levante David in pewter. Red, I'm getting my red Tom Brady, of course. Not very big on white jerseys. I've never really owned, other than like a white jersey for the Lightning back in the 90s when whites were the home jersey. Really the only white jersey I've ever owned. In baseball, you always have your home whites, right? But NFL or NBA or anything like that, I've always had the colored jersey because you got to wear your team colors. So I love the Reds, love the pewters. Of course, the big news also was the big leak of the Falcons jersey the day after. And the Falcons dropped some hype video. They're like, oh, well, the Bucks revealed on 4/7. So, you know what? We'll reveal the next week on 7/14. So, hype video went out. Then somehow big leaks dropped. And then they just had to release the jerseys after the leaks were pretty much confirmed to be true. And I wish I could put it on the screen for you. You know what? Maybe I can. Let's see if I can get it going here on the third screen. That's the best part about live. Totally unrehearsed. Oh, they don't even. It's when you search for images of the new jerseys, they can't even find them. They have like all the old school jerseys. Yeah, they. Oh my gosh, it's like the internet is trying to pretend that they don't exist. Let's do uniforms. That for some reason. Jerseys doesn't work as well as uniform when searching for stuff online. And even the images, yeah, they're just not readily available very well. So let's see if we can look. I just love the headlines. Falcons jerseys already ready to be redone. Man, that's a hate on this one. And I'll have to say I'm going to hop on the hate wagon on this one. See if I can get a Here we go. See if I can get a zoom here. Let's zoom in on here. Let's switch it over to the PC screen. Of course, borrowing from ESPN. And let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. There we go. If you're looking all black, I like the all white. And of course, the throwbacks are always classic. Is that Calvin Ridley modeling that one? And of course, this is the big faux pas here. I mean, I hate the jersey. I mean, I know it's division rival. I'm trying not to let that have any bias there, right? But big ATL here. I mean, I know we refer to Atlanta as the ATL, or people from Atlanta call it ATL, I guess, since that movie 15 years ago or something like that. Hate the numbers. Yeah, colors I think they got right. And even, I mean, I don't know if I really care for the striping, but big 0, big 1 out of 10 here with the gradient. I remember some guy on the Bucks Reddit was talking about how the Bucks jersey was like this red to orange gradient, and everyone's freaking out about how terrible that would be. This actually happened for Atlanta. Red tops gradienting, if that's a real word, to black bottoms, but then you have a patch here of red to black in gradient. I mean, maybe these look kind of cool in person. I don't know what they were thinking here. I do like the matte black helmets, though. Or flat black helmets. So it's a nice flat black, no shiny. Just kind of very coarse. So I actually like that move. Looks pretty solid with the old school Falcons logo. But, oh, man. I think a big minus on these jerseys. I think they'll be redoing those in 5 years. The countdown starts now, Atlanta Falcons fans. You have the Colts dropped something today unexpectedly as I was just randomly checking Twitter for the day, during the day. Nice little classy update on the numbers, and they introduced like a secondary logo with the gap in the C that looks like the state of Indiana. Let's see if I can pull that up as well. There it is. Actually, right here. Looks. I'm a big fan. Really creative. I didn't know there was meaning to the 7 little holes on the horseshoe. Apparently that means something when I was watching the video. But they change up the numbers a little bit. They kind of have a little like hinges on the corners, I guess, or so it looks very 50s, 60s esque. Actually, I really do like the grommets. Those are the little holes, the grommets. Let's see if they can tell me what the grommets mean here. So we're going on Twitter. Of course, C for Colts. State of Indiana here, very creative. Really like that. Then the 7 grommets mirror those found on our iconic timeless horseshoe. So I was wrong. Maybe it's just a random number 7. If you're a Colts fan, let me know. Holler at me. Let me know what the grommets mean. But really, they changed the word mark a little bit as well. Of course, remember, we know this. Now it's a little bit more modern looking. Really like it. I think looks pretty classy there. A little bit of a good modernization. Kind of like what the Bucks did. A little bit of some different colors here. So really interesting to have some of the black there. I guess white is white. They have no information on the white here. They're giving you the hex codes, everything. So I guess it's just like white. Then a face mask gray. So gray face mask for the Colts. So really like that. Great move there for the Colts. I have to say, pretty disappointed with the LA Rams logo. That was really the next talking point there. Love I love that Eric Dickerson was starting a movement to try and change the logo. And it's amazing when leaks happen, and I think my favorite is when leaks happen and teams like vehemently just try to deny it. Like, oh no, the logo doesn't look like this at all. Like, Like, we don't know anybody's like, oh yeah, someone totally made Photoshop this logo, and then lo and behold, that's what the logo looks like. Here it is in all its logo glory. If you're looking on the screen, let's get back onto the main PC here. Here it is. Ram horn coming out of the A. Just the lines are not even. And it's just really kind of weird slanting. Like, this angle is different from this one. The L like doesn't come at the same angle as the A. So I don't know. It's amateurish, I would say. And then, of course, it doesn't help that the San Angelo State logo looks very similar to that. Big fail for the Rams so far. Hopefully they can save it with the jerseys. All they have to look like is anything similar to the classic jerseys, which I have one. I have a royal blue and gold girly jersey behind me over there. I don't know if you can see it from here. Who else is on here? We talked about Browns and Chargers. Those rumors. People doing some great detective work on the Browns. I mean, the Browns had some hype videos with some, I guess, exposure, right? They put different lighting, so people were able to minimize the exposure and basically decode the leak. So the whites are looking like the old school 80s whites, a super bright white with the 5 rings that the Browns had on their here on the shoulder, but kind of here on the arm, their 5 rings as usual. So I'd imagine a traditional brown version if that's going to happen. The latest one had kind of an interesting, potentially non-traditional stripe on the orange helmet. So I think those come out next Wednesday on the 15th. So of course we'll be here following that. Chargers, their hype video was awesome. Are they bringing back the yellow pants with the baby blues number on the helmets? It seems like it's pointing that way, or at least they're going to have a throwback as part of their repertoire of jerseys. Excited for that one. We'll talk about that when they are revealed, hopefully on an upcoming episode of the Bucking Hangover. All right, let's get back to this game. See if we can stream for a little bit more. Get through these topics. We got MLB and NHL left. And then we'll call it a wrap for our first Forza episode. I think we're ready to go here. We ready? World map? Are we gonna race? I think we're racing. First race, and I'm already 9 out of 12. Here we go. This one's a point-to-pointer. Oh, God, our turning radius. Not good there. All right, I'm feeling... I usually start slow. The AI, because I haven't changed the difficulty settings, I'll let you catch up here. I'm going to call a top 3 finish. Feeling a top 3 finish. Oh, damn. Sorry. Heck. Oh, man, we're almost there. We are almost there. Into the top 3. Oh, that is not good. Oh, I hit the brake much too late on that. A little bit of a dirty racer, I'm not going to lie. Gotta remember, I don't have McLaren brakes on this. The repairs on this are going to cost me. Oh, jeez, the braking. Ah, come on. Use the elevation. I'm feeling pretty confident here. Alright. Got a Lotus in front of us with a third of the track to go. I'm feeling good about first place here. Great clean racing. Thank you, game. I would disagree with that. Oh, yeah. Wade's got me on the rally chain there. I think was that a 74.5? I don't think I'll get there. All right, feeling good. Feeling good. Feeling good. Feeling good. Anyone even close to me? Oh, it's straight ahead. Straight ahead is good. Straight ahead is good. We got it. Our first Forza win. A little bit of some dirty racing. I'm sure you guys are yelling at me on the screen or off screen. What a terrible driver I am. I know. I'm working on it. I haven't played a racing game in quite a bit. There it is. Jay Mooser. That's me with the win. Feel free to add me on Xbox Live. If you're on Steam, I think it's josh.rivera.519 on Steam. All right, I got some influence. I don't know what influence means. All right, apparently I need 24,500 influence points or influencers. Am I now on Instagram as an influencer, I guess? Must be the shirt. My car is miraculously repaired through the magic of video games. Oh, we got Joel Carter. Guess we're stunt driving, or should we just go ahead and do the race? Maybe we'll do a stunt before kind of cut off our stream after the stunt driving here. Let's go over there. Let's do the stunt drive. So big news, MLB talking with, of course, doing some research. Oh, whoa. Yeah, right there, back corner, shattering the tail lamp. Anyway, talking with some family who are big baseball fans, and really the big news starting to come together, maybe legitimate, is some of the thought process on what to do with the MLB season. I've heard all sorts of different models. Everyone playing in Arizona and quarantined and just coming out to play their specific games. Latest model, however, I forgot we're in Britain. I'm driving on the wrong side of the road, I guess. Latest model has teams going back to their respective spring training homes, playing in their spring training stadiums, I guess, with the use of Tropicana Field, Marlins Ballpark, and Chase Field over in Arizona. Wow, that is the sharpest turn I've ever seen. Wow, that was embarrassing. All right, Chase Park in Arizona, Tropicana Field in Tampa, and Marlins Ballpark in Miami to be used, potentially, along with all the spring training parks in the Grapefruit League. Oh, jeez, another fucking dang tight turn here. Man. So, using all the spring training parks as home field. So, basically, everything would happen in closed fields at spring training parks. I guess there'd be a pretty legitimate television contract. I mean, I wonder how much of each team's games would be on TV. Would they just go ahead and do the same TV deals with, I guess, NBC and WGN being the guys for the Cubs, for instance, and FSN Sports for like the Rays or something like that. Wonder how that would work, but I kind of like the idea, and this would really make the World Series interesting because I think the big observation was, Boston would be in like a Grapefruit South division is what they proposed with the Rays, and then outside of a division with the Yankees. So that's kind of weird for them not even to be in the same division. Then, of course, you have the possibility of two American or National League teams playing each other for the World Series if we're just going to divide it up into and grapefruit and cactus league. So really an exciting idea. I like the outside the box thinking, maybe to get us some sports action at least. Well, we'll see how that goes. We'll report back on that on our next show. And then, of course, the big NHL playoff tournament is what I'm liking. Very similar to the MLB idea. NHL would jump into playoffs. I think they do like a 1-week training camp. And they're going to do like satellite tournament sites, almost like an NCAA and a hockey tournament, right? So there's 16 teams, 4 regional sites, and then you go into the Frozen Four. I think the model they're looking at using, especially with a couple teams, they were still in the hunt, so it'd be kind of really a tough break to go ahead and cut at the 16. I've seen as many as 24 teams in the playoffs, kind of play-in games. First couple teams, including the Lightning, would get like double or triple buys or something like that into the round of 16. So I think 24 goes down to 16, or it's to be the round of 8. So then the bottom 8 play, and then they would play the remaining top teams to a best of 3. And I think the Cup final would be a best of 7, but I think it would be pretty truncated. You're potentially looking at playoffs happening into August, which, I kind of don't know how I feel about that from a player perspective. I think selfishly from a fan perspective, of course, you want to see, this was going to be the Lightning's year until stuff got off track, right? You want to see them play, but, we have to remember our players are human beings, and if you have a season that's getting ready to ramp up again in September, October, and you're looking at playoffs ending in August, late August maybe, I don't know I just don't know. And you have Drew Doughty on the record today, LA Kings defenseman, saying he doesn't really know how the season starts back up. Again, not to talk poorly about the Kings, but they're out of the playoffs, so maybe Kings have had a pretty lackluster year. Maybe he's not interested in playing anymore. So maybe the Kings aren't going to be playing in the play-in rounds of the playoffs. So maybe he's right. Doesn't know if the season will come back for the Kings. So hopefully that comes to fruition. I've heard sites like North Dakota, which would be amazing. There wouldn't be any crowds, and I think the goal of that is to make it look more visually appealing and maybe get some more sounds of hockey instead of these cavernous, empty 20,000 seat stadiums. You have like a 5,000 seat North Dakota stadium. Really, almost like what's that they do in the playoffs, right? It's like Hockeyville, where random small towns get to host an NHL preseason game. It's gonna be like that, minus the crowd. I don't think they'll be ready for crowds quite yet for a playoff season this year. Heck, I don't even know if I would go, just knowing the risks associated with even as we, hopefully, end of the summer, we're getting back to a little bit of a swing of normal life and normal exposure to other human beings without having to worry about anything serious. So that's really the latest that there is for the NHL playoffs. I'm due to make a new episode of the Thunderdome Puckcast, which you've seen scrolling up top, or I guess to the right of me. There's our shows right there. $10 Sports, our sports gambling show, out of commission now. Thunderdome Puckcast, our NHL show, big Lightning show. Haven't had an episode in a few weeks, of course, with the NHL shutting down. Wow, I can't believe it's almost been a month without sports. It's truly unbelievable how that's happened. But we're due to get some hockey updates, so I'll have to get you a new episode of Thunderdome Puckcast. And, of course, the big show we have coming up, Emrod, hopefully available in the next day or two, recording our next episode of the Bucking Hangover. Brand new look with the Bucks flag and our Bitmojis there, angry at the Buccaneers as usual. Rest in peace, XFL, of course. Viper's Nest seeing its last episode a few weeks or a month or so ago. XFL saying ceasing operations and likely not coming back. So short-lived podcast, podcast experiment with the XFL. I absolutely loved it. I love the XFL. Listen to those episodes. Really a roller coaster ride of a season for the Vipers. And then, of course, we haven't done much of Balls, Brews, and Bros. You'll see some live episodes with Moose and Emrod, just doing kind of like live chats on sports. So we're due to make one of those coming up as well. So that's it for us on the sports end. Got about 7 minutes to go till we get to the hour. So let's go ahead and do this challenge here. I'm in a Bugatti Chiron. Brakes are a lot better than my my Audi. Already at 100 miles an hour. Here we go. I guess I'm racing to the destination. Which sharp turn? Am I supposed to... Oh, dear God. Oh, my God. Can we restart? Yeah, we're going to have to restart this. Let's restart. That was... that's the tough part, right? You're learning new cars. You don't know how they feel. You sometimes forget to have a basic understanding of physics. That I should be driving 180 miles an hour, trying to do a 90-degree turn. And even with the cheating errors, I messed that up. Here we go. Got 3 minutes to get that way. I'm feeling pretty good. Unless it's going to make me go through town. Which I guess it is. Oh, that's not good. Alright. Oh my God. So much horsepower. How much horsepower does this puppy have? We're stopping here? What? Did I only need 3 minutes for that, or... I guess I could put the audio on now. There's no danger of losing the audio here. Make sure I get it back. It seems like the audio died. I'm not sure why I always get audio issues. Let me mess with the configuration really quick. It always gets excited when it gets offline here. I think we're good. I just got to click back on here. So we're back, clicking. All right, now we're good. And we're off. We're off again. Race to the Oh, we have a plane. Alright, I guess I'm chasing a... Okay, alright.
Maybe do some evasive maneuvers.
Oh, there we go. Feeling good here. Whoa!
And the baddies overshot you and your hero is safe. For now. Good. This is all good stuff.
Oh no. Oh, this...
Don't relax, kid. We're not done.
Got it.
Get loose and fast up the hill, then back down. Still got the jump to do.
Alright. Keep it in.
The road's blocked off ahead, so you're gonna cut across the field. They'll add something in post. Crashed alien ship or something.
Alright, here we go. Got a windmill?
Out for camera coverage, okay? You just line it up, floor it.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Yee!
Hey, eyes forward. Ignore the camera. Try to look heroic.
Oh, dear God. Nailed it.
Here's a rat.
Absolutely nailed it.
Congratulations, kid. You survived.
888
Do
feet?
that again. I'll give you a number to casting.
All 3 stars. Okay. Oh, I nailed it. Look at that. They even told me I nailed it. Looking pretty fly in a 2.5-piece suit. Is that vinyl? What kind of material is that? Like a weird leather. Alright, I do love that car though. It's a sweet Bugatti. Is that a 16? I forget if it's 1200 or 1600 horsepower on the Chiron. to look that up. More influence. Feeling good. Stunt driver level 2. Got some money now.
Hey, Josh. There's a lot of rumors flying around that you've landed a spot in a new movie. Make sure you save time to take part in the autumn season when you're rich and famous.
Ooh. Is it autumn season time?
Hello, I'm Anna, your automated natural navigation assistant. I'll help you explore the festival and find activities throughout the
Hello,
day.
Anna. Oh, we can ask stuff to Anna. Let's see what we can ask. I need influence. Yeah.
Okay, Josh. I have plotted your route to a new race in the Horizon Road Racing Series.
Ooh. Can I ask her more stuff? I want to race or I need influence. Okay. I'm liking it. How about we do one more race, call it a night for our first episode. Lots of fun. Hope you had fun too.
Turn sharp left.
I love this game so far.
Turn sharp
I hate the sharp turns. Oh, God. England and their sharp turns. What is this? Like a greater than a 90 degree. That's a crazy sharp turn there. I need to pay attention more. Look at all the balloons. Alright, destination's about a mile away. I don't know if I'm pumped about... damn it. Yep, that's... I swear I haven't had more than one beer. Alright. Let's pass this guy. My car sounds like it's dying. I don't know if I like my choice of my TTS. It has some upper range, like some torque on the high end. Like I feel like once you get into the hundreds, it picks up a decent amount of speed.
In 400 yards, you will arrive at your destination. You have arrived at your destination.
Alright. One more race, everybody. Call it a night. Night race to finish it off on this Monday night. Let's do it. Love the tag. Moose. Here we go. Not good at the countdown here. Kind of wish I could get the Mario Kart boost. A little tight here at the starting line. Going single file. God, these brakes. I can't. I gotta be patient here. Not surprisingly, this Audi feels a lot more heavy than the McLaren. Oh my gosh, we are losing control like crazy. How badly is the 12th place car driving? They can't even catch up to me. Oh, too much speed there. We got 4 laps. I guess 3.5 laps. Still too wide there. Clip there. Lap 2. Do like that everyone's close together, is able to make a move there. An RX-8 here. I'll take him from the inside. Dirty move there. If you're not rubbing, you're not racing. Got a Miata coming up. Not sure what the really Wade car is here. I promise you, I'm trying to drive as clean as possible. This thing feels like it's on butter. Absolute butter. I miss the McLaren. Very, very badly. Here we go. I gotta take the cheating lines out, even though they are pretty worth. God, oh my God! Turn, turn, man. I just hate having the brake really bite in there. Still in 7th, lap 3. That's good. That was good there. I got some momentum there. I like that. Nice. Okay. At 370. And an Alpha here. Or no, it's a Fiat. Right? Fiat? Does Fiat make those little two-seaters? That Alpha's got the 4C. I don't think I'm going to catch the first place car. I'm going to have to be content with second here. Yeah. I'll take second. Second's fine. Second is fine. I was playing absolute trash. Absolute trash with lap time. Yeah, one of the best lap was among the worst. I guess they were driving a Morgan Arrow. Wade had a Tamo Racemo. Not familiar with the Tamo Racemos. Best lap of 46.893. I think it's time to get some practice laps in there. It's definitely among the worst, right? Got a 47 in 7th place. But yeah, not a great performance. We'll sure that up. Let's go back to Moose Cam and wrap it up. Hope you had a great time with episode number 2. Moose Does Sports. Probably have a risk night later this week. We'll play online, so that might be an hour or two. I've been getting out first or second lately, so it might be a short live stream episode for that. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you follow us. Follow me on Twitter at Moose_TSH. Always tweeting out what's going on in the sports world, what's going on in the real world. And, of course, your big Lightning, Rays, Vipers now, rest in peace, and Buccaneers news. Latest news on that with at Moose_TSH. And, of course, my broadcast partner in crime at Emrod_TSH. Emrod should be joining me for the next episode of the Bucking Hangover coming out this week. Thank you guys so much. We'll do this again later this week. It's been your host, Moose. Have a great rest of your night.